I'd like to share with you a very basic introduction to emotional freedom technique, or EFT, also sometimes known as tapping. And basically, EFT follows the same energy lines or meridian lines as traditional Chinese medicine. The points we use are the junctions or the ends of these meridian lines, which makes it highly effective. But it's very simple and easy to learn and to use. And I'm just going to take you through the various points that we use. But first, to explain that it doesn't matter if you're left or right-handed, which hand you use, or if you swap partway through, or if maybe you're doing this at home and you don't remember all the points or you miss out some of the points. But generally, we tend to work downwards from the head because that just makes it easier to remember. So we follow a particular sequence generally, but if you don't remember that when you're maybe using this at home, that's absolutely fine. And you can either tap on the points, massage them gently, or just apply a light pressure. So here are the points. And if you'd like to follow me, feel free to do so. I'm going to go through the points now, and you can just breathe as you tap along with me. And make sure that you're breathing deep down into your lungs. So some nice, gentle belly breaths while we go through this exercise. And don't worry too much about where exactly the points are. Just hold the intention that where you tap will be right for you. And generally you can feel that it's right. So it might feel a little bit tender initially as you start tapping on that particular point, or you just feel that it's right. It's hard to explain, hard to describe, but I'm sure you'll be able to get that awareness for yourself as you practice. If you'd like to follow me through this exercise, just tap and breathe as we go through, making sure that you breathe from the diaphragm. So gentle, deep breaths down into the bottom of your lungs. And quite often we start by tapping on the side of the hand, and then the top of the head, the inside of the eyebrow where it meets the bridge of the nose, the outside of the eyebrow, under the eye, under the nose, under the bottom lip, the collarbone, under the nipples, under the arms, and then you can add the finger points. So it's at either side of the base of the nail, on your thumb and each finger in turn. If you work with a practitioner, they will add phrases to the tapping points that can help you to deal with a whole range of issues. But even just tapping on your own at home, using the breath as you tap, is a great way to work maybe between sessions with a practitioner or just for self-support. And it can work on a whole range of issues. It can work on physical symptoms and emotional ones. So pain, nausea, anxiety, fear. It can support us with things like stress, even PTSD, or stress that hasn't finished yet. Maybe you're going back into that situation repeatedly. Then it can support you with that as well. Insomnia, phobias, chronic pain, and also it can help us with the future. So as I was saying, if you have a chronic stress that you're going into regularly, maybe at home, maybe family issues, maybe at work, it can support us to build deeper resilience and to be able then to stand in our own power in those situations and to take back that sense of control and that sense of ability to do what we need to do for ourselves in those situations. It can also support with things like self-sabotage, and imposter syndrome, helping you to bring in a greater sense of who you are, to stand in your own truth and in your own power, and create that greater sense of hope and optimism and joy for the future. And if you feel that this would be a good fit for you, then do please reach out for support.